My name is Steve Tomlinson. I served in the United States Marine Corps from 1990 to 1998. I first served in the infantry and then as a combat engineer. I was also a member of the Marine Corps Silent Drill Team. I later served in the United States Army from 2005 to 2011. I was in the infantry. I also served 2 tours in Ramadi, Iraq from 2005 to 2006 and during the surge of 2007-2008.
My name is Jason Bonifacio. Served in the United States Marine Corps from 2001 to 2009. And while I was in, I was 5711, which is a nuke bio chem defense specialist. And during my time of duty, I served in New Orleans for my stateside duty, and then while I was overseas, I was deployed in 2007 to Africa.
All right, my name is Matthew Gardner. I joined the United States Air Force in November of 1999 and served until November of 2003. Actually went under delayed enlistment in May of 1999. I was stationed for the majority of my time in New Mexico with the 27th Security Forces Division. I also did some time on deployments and assignments in Texas, Nevada, as well as Northern Europe.
My name is Brian Svingeros. I've served in the United States Coast Guard as a maritime enforcement specialist since December of 2010. Currently assigned to Sector Hampton Roads, Sector Boarding Team. I'm a boarding officer and a law enforcement instructor.
My name is Sean Smith. I served in the United States Marine Corps from 1993 to 1997. I was a military police in the Security Battalion, Marine Corps Base Quantico.
My name is TJ Clater. I was with the Virginia Army National Guard. I served as an infantryman and then a field artillery officer with the 29th Infantry Division. I was in the National Guard from 2001 to 2009. 2005 I deployed to Iraq. I served as a platoon leader. 2008 we deployed to Kuwait, where I was a company and a staff battalion officer.
My name is Timothy Halleck. I served in the United States Navy from 1998 to 2001. I was an aviation ordnanceman on the USS George Washington. I completed 2 deployments, one Operation Southern Watch, and the other Operation Allied Force.
David Vermeer, and I was in the United States Army Reserve from 1988 to 1996. My MOS was 75 Echo and Foxtrot, and that was an action specialist. I was assigned in Richmond for my reserve duty and did my whole tour full time.
I chose Hanover County after having lived in the community after my first time in the military and later marrying my wife, who is a Hanover native. I always saw the Hanover deputies looking sharp, being very professional and dealing with the public, and their overall opinion of the department area is very high.
The reason why I joined Hanover County Sheriff's Office is because I grew up out of state, grew up in Louisiana, and when I moved to the area I didn't really know anything about Virginia or the greater Richmond area. I became friends with some of the local law enforcement officers in the area, and Hanover was one of the areas that they came highly recommended to me. So hearing that from all the officers from Richmond and Rico, decided to apply specifically.
I always wanted to work for the Sheriff's Office because I always wanted to serve the community where I was raised. I always wanted to work for the Hanover County Sheriff's Office because that's where I've always lived, and I've always been proud to call Hanover home.
The Hanover Sheriff's Office seems to breed a culture of brotherhood, and the citizens are very responsive to our efforts. From my opinion, it's a very tight-knit group that you don't find in every other department across the country.
I chose to work for the Hanover Sheriff's Office because it provided a great community to raise a family. I had applied with an agency closer to where I grew up, but at the time I chose to live out here. My fiance, now my wife, was working in Hanover, and we decided to move out here and live. And we've lived out here since I started working for the Sheriff's Office.
I chose the Hanover Sheriff's Office because the community it represents, and also the countryside and the West End, the country fits my character.
I had started my career in law enforcement agency in Southern Virginia, and it was a little smaller, so it had opportunities, and I had a really great career there. However, I knew that probably wasn't going to be provide me the opportunities that I wanted. I actually was at a class and I met someone from Hanover, and this was a very squared away individual. I respected him. He explained what the Hanover Sheriff's Office was about, and I was really impressed with him. He really did a good job. So I was looking for a better opportunity, and coincidentally, almost at the same time, I had a peer of mine at the agency that I was already working at, and he told me that if he was a young man, he was a senior officer, and he said if he was a young man that he would, and he wanted to start his career, he would start his career at Hanover County Sheriff's Office because it would provide great opportunities.